All right, well, with us this morning, Managing Director of DLG Wealth Management, Andy Guzzetti is here. Thank you so much for being on the show with us this morning. Well, one of the things when we talk about money management is how people want to grow their assets through investments. And one thing that we're going to be talking about this morning, new secondary markets of future IPOs, is something that not a lot of people know about, but if you can do it, might be a really good thing.
Yes, it's become a hot issue right now because of the LinkedIn IPO that came out and did so well, and a lot of them are going to follow. Groupon, Twitter, Facebook are going to be right behind that. There has been two markets that have developed. They're called secondary private equity markets, and these have developed because the new IPOs that are coming out, the new venture capital companies, are taking longer to come public. And these companies usually pay with stock to their employees. And it used to be 1 to 2 years that they would come out and go public. And now it's something like 5, 6, 7 years. So these employees are holding stock, and it's not liquid. So these secondary markets have come up. There's two of them that have developed right now that lead the parade. So people can buy on this new market. The problem is that it's very, very expensive. They're private placements only for accredited investments, and they're large, large purchases. So very difficult to get into these secondary private markets.
But if you can get into them, once these big-time companies like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn go public, I mean, you can really cash in on that.
Well, sometimes. There are some that don't make it when they go public. They haven't even got to where they want to be.
But the idea is that you would.
To do that, sure. Now, there is one play that the retail investor can do. It's GSV Capital. It's traded on NASDAQ. It's a closed-end fund that does participate in this market. So by buying that stock, you can then participate in this secondary market.
All right, so it kind of makes it easier for the, I guess, average investor, if you want to call them that.
Right. Yeah,
somebody that doesn't have multi-million dollars worth of capital.
But there's still risk involved, and you have to know whether you can take that risk or not.
As always, as always. All right, well, Andy, thank you so much for being with us today on Money Mondays. And next week, we're talking housing market, and there's a lot of information to talk about, so join us then.